Hi everyone, this is Attorney Aaron from Indiana. I have a video for you today. Let's get started.
This is in the matter of Catherine Rink versus Michael Gerard Lewis II, file number 2009-34541 DP. Mr. Lewis, this is, all right, in front of the court show cause. It looks like you made an extremely large payment in January. I'm sorry, Mr. Lewis?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And we haven't received any payments since then, though. Mr. Lewis, do you have any employment information to report?
Was that large enough payment not good enough for the court?
Well, Mr. Lewis, you have a monthly charge of $151, and you still have an arrearage of $9,789. So, no, it was great, and I'm glad that you made that payment, but we still have a very large arrearage. So,
This collections matter, probably likely from some type of previous order where there's a judgment. Almost always judges are going to ask for consistent payments. I've seen this throughout my career, and here obviously there's a monthly payment due. And sometimes petitioners respond as defendants. They think, okay, if I make a large payment, that covers me for 6 months or whatever. That's not the case. You have to make the monthly payment, and if there's unless you are completely paid up and you're paying ahead of time. Here, obviously, with this large arrearage, he has to make the minimum payment of 150 per month. And secondly, don't say to a judge, "Isn't that good enough?" That is not going to go well in any court in the United States. It could have gone much worse than it just did, but hopefully things get better here for this guy.
you gotta, you got a $151 child support payment you need to make every month. And then you gotta still pay off your arrearage. So yes, that was great that you paid $4,390, but you still have an arrearage of $9,789.
Well, I mean,
Well, I misspoke. It's child support. So even worse for this gentleman, according to the court, it's extremely serious with child support. Any debt's serious, but child support, we're talking the big leagues here. So, yeah, got to pay that.
I'm trying to take it off by chunks. So,
Okay, but I still need you to pay your monthly child support order.
all right.
So, your monthly order is 151. I would like at least a $200 a month payment, so your monthly payments being made plus an additional 50 to pay down the arrearage. And then obviously paying the arrearage off in chunks is great, but you're going to have to keep zooming in if you're not making a monthly payment.
Okay, I thought I bought some time by paying $4,000, but okay.
Well, that paid off part of your arrearage, sir, but the state of Michigan requires a monthly payment. So, I mean, if going forward you can pay $200 a month, we're going to leave you alone. But, okay, so when could you make a $200 payment?
Next week.
Okay. So, Mr. Lewis, what I'll do is I'm going to set this out to April 17 to make sure you made at least a $200 payment. And, just keep the $200 payments every month, and we could probably, dismiss the show cause as long as you're making those payments. All right.
That's a deal.
All right. And where are you working at?
I'm doing training right now with Coach Up. I got the job at Catholic Central. Just no money's gonna come out of Catholic Central until September for the coaching, and then my taxes should be going through next month. So it should be another chunk coming.
Okay. Okay. Well, just make that $200 payment a month, and we'll be good. All right.
Can we make it 180, please? Can we?
The The way the show cause works, folks, is the court's saying, hey, if you're current on your child support and you're paying some on their rearage, then we don't have to bring you back for show cause every 3 months or monthly or whatever it may be. As long as you're current, we're not going to bother you. We're if you're not current, but obviously arrears, as long as you're continuing to make the minimum monthly plus some on their rearage, and here the judge said 200 a month, 151 plus 49 arrears, then we'll remove the show causes. You're going to come back one time to make sure you make this other payment. Then we don't have to keep coming back as long as you're current. If you're not, we're going to bring you back in here and find out why, and then there could be a sanction or a contempt order where you might have to go to jail and purge some of this order to get out of jail, or there's many things the judge can do, but that's usually the worst is jail. They can suspend your driver's license. They can do other things to make your life difficult if you're not paying this.
I'm trying to I want my daughters to go to school, go to college.
Okay. Are they the ones you're paying child support on?
Yes, ma'am. Well, it's two others that I don't have to pay child support on. But I just want to make sure that even this child has opportunity to go to school. I don't want to just throw and endorse. I don't want to be disrespectful to the court, but I just don't want to just throw 200 in there. I could do 180. That'll give me a little bit of room, I hope. I just want to make sure she just had a chance to at least go to school.
How old is she?
Sophia is 12. The others are 9 and 5.
Okay. And $20 can make that much of a difference every month?
I'm just asking. If it doesn't, I don't know.
You know what? If you'll pay $180 a month, I'll be happy.
Thank you.
All right? And if you
Yes,
can make
ma'am.
that by the first Friday of every month. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we'll be back here on April 17th to see if you've made March and April's payment. And, if you're making your payments, we won't need you to zoom back in. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So thank you. We'll see you back on April 17th at 8 a.m.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Sir, what is your name?
Vertez Clark.
All right. Want to come up? I'll take care of it. It looks like you're wearing work clothes, so you probably need to go to work, right?
Well, I do have work.
All right. So let me find you here. So this is in the matter of Vertez Darnell Clark versus Shauna May Clark. File number 2011-37227 DM. So Mr. Clark, we are here on show cause for failure to pay child support. Your order to pay $605 a month in child support, and as of today's date, you have an arrearage in excess of $11,685. Last payment we received was March 13th in the amount of $192. So you've been paying through accident fund insurance, but payments have been partial since October of 22. So are you working?
I'm like off and on. It's like the economy took a crap. They told me it was gonna pick up. I'm doing containers.
You're doing what?
Containers.
What is that?
Overseas containers. And they told me it was gonna pick up. It hasn't picked up yet. And so I've just been paying what I can and trying to survive at the same time.
So, sir, when your child support was set at $600, where were you working at?
I was working at H&P.
Same place.
No, it's just a different place. I was
Okay.
working at H&P.
So have you had an income review ever?
I had one when I was off. It was like, I want to say 4 years ago, and I was on unemployment. I think it was 2016 when I was on unemployment.
So you're entitled to a free income review because it's been a couple of years. So, sir, if you're not making what you used to make and you don't go in and get a review, they're going to keep charging you that higher child support amount.
Okay.
And then it just keeps building up.
But when I did that, the lady she told me you should have brought in your unemployment statement, but I didn't know. But she knew I wasn't working, and she asked me how much did I make on my other job. I told her 18, so she went off of that. So it's like,
But you can do it now. You just they'll require you bring in tax return or to send in your tax return and pay stubs. So, do you have anything you can pay on this today?
I could pay half of my rent, $300.
Okay, so, okay, you're making payments, obviously, you're just not making the full payment. So I'm gonna do two things. You think your work's picking up again?
It's hard to say. It's with China. It's not shipping them.
Okay, but if you can't pay your bills, you gotta get something else, like another part-time job or something.
I've been trying to
Make
work on
payments.
trucks and stuff like that.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this out to April 17th for you to make a payment. But I'm also gonna tell you, before you leave the building, I need you to go down to the front of the court,
Mhm.
to the front desk, and request an income review,
Okay.
okay? And then follow through with all of that. So,
Here on this second case, Judge is really looking out and helping this guy. She's saying, hey, you haven't had an income review. From what I can see, your child support is higher than it should be on your current income. So you need a modification, an adjustment. So go down to the court, ask for an income review. We're going to have you bring in tax return and check stubs, see what you're currently making, and we'll redo the worksheet on the child support so it's correct for what your current income is. It's going to adjust the child support, and a judge thinks that it's going to go down, and then this guy can survive. So good on his his situation currently, and if he starts making more, then they can do another income verification, and the petitioner or the mother here can also ask for a income review if things change and he's doing much better and she knows about it, and to get it to where it's correct. So good for him right now, and then it can be adjusted in the future as well.
we'll set a date and you're supposed to send in your information. Make sure you do that, all right?
Okay.
And, are you still in Lincoln Park? You still in Lincoln Park?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, 1515.
Yes.
Okay, all right, okay, so do that and then make a payment and we'll see you back on April 17, all right?
Okay.
Your Honor, what's the
Thank you.
payment amount?
He's gonna make a payment of some sort. He's not working right now, so he's gonna make something.
Down there.
Go down to the basement, go to the front desk and ask for an income review,
Okay.
all right?
All right.
All right, what is your name?
Brandon Stanford.
All right, come on out. All right, I have someone who called in on an iPhone. Could you tell me your name, please?
Shauna Clark.
Your Honor, she was on with Mr. Vertez Clark that you just had on.
All right, you said Clark or Park, ma'am?
Clark, C-L-A-R-K.
I'm sorry. Fix that. All right, so ma'am, you're cool. I'll be with you in 1 second. All right, so ma'am, I didn't know who you were because you popped on as iPhone. So I ordered Mr. Clark to make a payment before April 17th and to go down in front of the court to set up an income review. So we adjourn this to April 17th at 8 a.m.
Okay, is there some way that you can make him tell you where he's working at?
So he did tell us on the record where he was working. He said he's waiting for them to pick up because it's been slow. And it was whatever that shipping company is. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
What time on April 17th, or that'll be sent out in the mail?
It'll be sent out in the mail, but it's always 8 o'clock.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Mr. Stamper, come in. All right. Cassie Maynard here. All right, Ms. Maher, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, this is in the matter of Cassie Ann Maher versus Brandon Lee Stamper, file number 2017-44718DM. Mr. Stamper, you are ordered to pay $400 a month in child support. You have an arrearage of $4,126 or in excess of that amount. The last payment we received was December 5th in the amount of $105.17. Ms. Underwood, do you represent? I don't think so. Your last court date was back in February. You pled guilty to failure to pay. You were ordered to pay $500 today, by today, and that was not paid. Did you pay that today?
No, I have cash.
You have $500?
Yes.
All right, go down in front of the court, make a payment, and come back up with your receipt.
Okay.
All right.
Now they will accept cash?
Oh, yeah, we cash.
Last time I was here, they said that it was just card. So. and
No,
that-
we take cash.
Your Honor, we
Always
only
cash.
take cash.
Okay, awesome. All
We
right.
don't take card.
Oh, yeah, last time I had to pay on that little kiosk thing.
Right, but that's not paying
Okay.
directly to us.
Oh, okay. So.
Go to the front window, make your payment, bring your receipt back up.
Okay, we'll do.
All right, Ms. Mayhew, Maher, just bear with us for a moment.
All right.
I'm gonna put you in the waiting room, and when he comes back up, we'll bring him back in. All right, in the matter of Sarah Freeman versus Johnny Bridges, file number 2008-33028DP. That's been adjourned to April 24th at 8 a.m. Rebecca Hardy versus Kevin Hardy, file number 2010-34882DM has been dismissed. Mr. Richards. In the matter of Monica Petty versus Matthew Shea. File number 2013-39516 DP. Mr. Shea is ordered to pay $194 a month in child support. He has an arrearage in excess of $6,984. The last payment was an income withholding back on March 7th of 2016. Has failed to appear. Will issue a bench warrant for his arrest. Is mother being charged child support too, Ms. Plum?
Yes. Yes.
Is she making payments? You're muted.
She's next on your docket. They both paid
Oh.
third party. Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
It's okay.
All right, so we'll issue a bench warrant for Mr. Shea and we'll set bond in the amount of $2,500 cash. All right. So.
Here on the client that failed to appear, it was a little shocking to hear her say the last payment was 2016. That's very severe. Here we are 6 years later without any type of payment. So even though the payments, I think she said $195 a month, it's $6,000 in arrearage. So she's saying, okay, here we go. We're giving a $2,500 to bail out. What happens with that $2,500, folks, is that money will go to the third party that has custody of this child. So she's giving this guy incentive. Hey, you pay the $2,500, that'll purge that warrant. The people caring for this child will get the guardians will get this money. It'll go directly to them. It doesn't go to the court. It goes through the court directly to the caregiver, and you can that'll lift your warrant, or you're going to be arrested and held until you pay the $2,500 to get out of jail. Now, say he comes in and he doesn't have the $2,500, no way to pay it. The court will bring him in for a hearing and get through. Hey, what can you pay, if anything? If there's nothing he can pay, they're going to hold him for a period of time, 30 days, whatever, as a sanction or a contempt, for not paying the child support, and then he'll be released in order to pay again. So that's the way that will work, but it helps get the people some money by giving somebody an incentive to lift their liberty. You want your liberty, you want to stay free, come up with the money, and then you won't be sent to jail. Let's see how she deals with mother.
Oh, there she is. All right, and on that same file, in the matter of Monica L. Petty versus Matthew Charles Shea, file number 2013-39516 DP. Let's see who this person is. All right, Mr. Bridges will be with you in just a moment. Put you in the waiting room, Mr. Bridges.
Your Honor, do you have a Michael Lewis?
Yeah, I had him this morning. I sent it over to April 17th
Okay,
and ordered him to get a review done.
thank you.
Yep. All right, I have a lady zooming in on an iPhone. What is your name, please? Ma'am, you just connected with an iPhone. What is your name?
Sorry, Jessica Kendall. I'm not sure if I did that right. I have an 830.
Yep, you're fine. I'm gonna change your screen name just so we know who you are.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. And then I'm gonna pop you in the waiting room
Okay.
until your hearing.
Oh, okay.
So they put me in the waiting. Okay, and that again is file number 2013-39516. Ms. Petty was ordered to appear. She's failed to do so. She has a monthly charge of $184 a month in child support and arrearage in excess of $4,146. Last payment we received was $776 on September 2nd of 2021. So I am going to come on up to the podium, issue a bench warrant for her as well for failure to appear and set bond in the amount of $2,500. All right. So we'll let Ms.
So mom's terms were a little different. She's made a payment in 2021 as opposed to the 2017, and she owes less. She owes $4,000. However, judge is also holding her out at the $2,500 for the same terms as I talked about with the father of this child. So hopefully the guardians, people caring for this child, get the $5,000. Most of the time, the people don't have that kind of money, and but something can be paid usually, so they get what they can for them. They spend some time in jail and then are released. But it's incentive to pay on it between now and the next show cause to make sure next time you don't get arrested again, and you're making a headway on their rearage.
back. All right, so Mr. Stamper, you paid $500 in cash?
Yes,
Okay, all right, so Mr. Stamper, you're ordered to pay $400 a month in child support. Are you currently working?
I am.
Where are you working at?
I am at Golden Limousine in Milan, Michigan. I left all the information with my caseworker. I actually tried to get this date moved to the 27th so I can make a bigger payment because my first check is on the 24th.
Okay, and are you paid by check where they take taxes out?
Yes,
Okay, and Ms. Pelham, you have his employment information? You're muted.
No, I don't. When did he bring it to me?
I left it on, I left 2 messages with her.
Said he left a
Okay.
couple voicemails. What is the name of the company again?
Golden Limousine?
Golden,
Yes,
so Golden
yes.
Limousine, and that's in Milan, Michigan.
Yep.
Do you have your employer's phone number?
Not on me. I mean, I can look it up real quick if you'd like. Okay.
I mean, you're gonna Google it? I can Google it.
Yeah. Just when they call, it just says dispatch, that's all it says. I don't know if that's the main number.
All right, Golden Limousine International, it's Miss Pelham, area code 734-668-8282. It's located at 11900 Carpenter Road, Milan, Michigan. 48160. Did you get that, Miss Pelham?
481.
60.
That's limousine. Okay.
Golden Limousine International.
Yep, I got it.
All right, so sir, remember you're ordered to pay $400 a month.
Right.
It's $100 a week. When you get a paycheck, if it's bi-weekly, you need to pay, make sure 200's coming out. If they don't take the money out, make your payment online.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And then, like I said, that's why I was trying to get it postponed.
All right, so- That's fine, but we need payments. So I'm going to adjourn this out to April 24th, just to make sure that we're receiving payments, all right?
Absolutely.
So understand, if it doesn't come out of your check, make sure you make the payment online.
Okay.
And then when it starts coming out of your check, you'll be fine.
Now, if I just have cash, I can just bring it right to the front of the court.
If you can, yeah, I'll put an order in that you can pay cash up front of the court.
That'd be great.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Right,
Judge, how much?
Thank you.
This gentleman here sounds like he's got a new job. So the judge is saying, hey, you've got to get your income withholding order set up with a friend of the court, get that done. But until that occurs, until you see the money coming out of your check each week or each pay period, you are required to come here and pay. A lot of times I have clients that say, well, I tried to set it up. I did everything I could to get it set up. I did my part. It's not my fault the employer didn't take it out of my check. Well, yes, it is. It's your responsibility to make sure the child support's paid. So if it's not coming out of your check, you know that you've got a couple more $100 in your check or whatever the child support is. It's your responsibility to take that money up to the court and pay it so you don't end up in contempt of the court. Hopefully they get the income withholding order set up quickly, but it does take a couple weeks, a couple pay periods for that to get implemented in every case. So that during those weeks when it's not coming out, you go up and pay directly. Once it starts coming out automatically, as long as you don't change jobs, you don't have to worry about it. It's going to be paid with your paycheck. As long as it's getting paid, he won't have to continue coming back. She's going to make sure he comes back for that 24th of April date, so that she knows it's actually being paid on time or coming out of the check. And then once that happens, it kind of the court doesn't have to worry about it moving forward.
How much was that a month or month you wanted him to pay?
Well, his monthly charge is $400 a month.
How much do you want on arrearages?
Well, sir, when's the last time you had an income review?
I don't think I've ever had an income review.
All right, you might want to stop down at front of the court and request an income review, but you need to make an extra $50 or something a month on your arrearages,
Okay.
all right?
Okay. Absolutely.
And you got to keep the shop.
No, absolutely.
All right.
I wanted to keep the last one.
Okay, so go down to front of the court and tell them at the front window you'd like to request an income review, all right?
Okay.
All right,
And
thank
then
you.
April 27th.
April 24th, and you'll get a notice in the mail.
No, my address has changed. I don't
Then
know
when
if
you
it's
go
on-
down to front of the court, you change that address.
Okay.
So go down the front window now.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Miss Maher.
Judge, is there any way that you can ask him to possibly please stop asking our 17-year-old daughter for money?
Mr. Stamper,
Oh, yes.
I don't know if this is true or not, but Miss Maher's asking me to make sure you don't ask your child to ever borrow money.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, Miss Maher.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Bridges, in the matter of Sarah Freeman versus Johnny Bridges, file number 2008-33028. Mr. Bridges, that's been adjourned to April 24th.
Thank
All right.
you, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, in the matter of Alexis Regalado versus Zachary Ryan Dillard, file number 2014-40671DS, that matter has been adjourned to April 17. In the matter of Selena Vargas versus Aaron Court, file number 2021-49088DS. This is the date time set for a show cause. Mr. Court's ordered to pay $238 a month in child support, and as of today's date, he has an arrearage in excess of $2,481. Last payment was made in October. He's failed to appear. We're going to issue a bench warrant. Failure to appear. Bond in the amount of $2,500.
Well, sounds like judge uses that $2,500 regardless of the amount. Sounds like, from what I remember hearing just a minute ago, I think she said the arrearage was only $2,500. So what she's doing obviously is, I'm saying you're going to get completely caught up if you purge this warrant. So that's her number to use, whether it's 4,000, 7,000, or 2,500, evidently. So same deal with him. Warrant issued. It stay in place until the money's paid or he's picked up and has a review hearing and the bond is lowered. Well, we got through a few cases there. Good to talk to you. If you have any comments, please put them in the comment section below. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. And thank you for watching. Take care.